Referees' well-being. Dealing with criticism and maintaining confidence. If you're listening to this as a football official, you already know what others might not fully understand. Officiating is one of the most mentally challenging roles in grassroots football. You make split-second decisions under intense scrutiny, manage conflict between emotional participants, and maintain fairness while facing criticism from multiple directions. Your mental health and well-being matter. Not just for your own quality of life, but for the integrity of the game itself. When officials are confident, supported, and mentally resilient, football at all levels benefits. The unique mental health challenges of officiating. The isolation factor. Unlike players and coaches who have teammates and support staff, officials often operate in isolation. Physical isolation. Arriving at pitches or grounds alone and leaving alone. No natural support group during matches. Limited social interaction with other participants. Traveling to matches without companionship or shared experience. Social isolation. Maintaining professional distance from players, coaches, and spectators. Limited ability to form friendships within the football community. Feeling like an outsider at social events or club gatherings. Difficulty finding people who understand the pressures of officiating. Emotional isolation. Processing difficult decisions and their consequences alone. Handling criticism and abuse without immediate support. Managing stress and pressure without a team debriefing. Dealing with mistakes and learning without peer input. The criticism reality. Officials face criticism that is often immediate and public, shouted from the sidelines during the game, expressed through body language and facial expressions, discussed loudly by spectators within earshot, often amplified by coaches and players, personal and harsh, questioning of competence and integrity, attacks on character rather than specific decisions, comments about appearance, age, race, disabilities or background, suggestions of bias or incompetence, persistent and overwhelming, continuing throughout entire matches, following officials to car parks and beyond, threats of and actual violence, discussed on social media and in community settings, affecting reputation within local football communities. Understanding the impact of criticism. Normal responses to hostile environments. It's important to recognize that feeling affected by criticism is normal and human. Immediate physical responses. Increased heart rate and blood pressure, muscle tension and physical stress, difficulty concentrating on subsequent decisions, heightened alertness, and defensive positioning. Emotional responses. Frustration, anger, or sadness about unfair treatment. Self-doubt about decisions and abilities. Anxiety about future matches and potential criticism. Feeling devalued or unappreciated despite doing your best. Behavioral responses. Becoming more cautious or conservative in decision-making. Avoiding certain types of matches or venues. Withdrawing from the social aspects of football communities. Questioning continued involvement in officiating. When criticism becomes harmful. Short-term harmful effects. Persistent anxiety before, during, and after matches. Sleep difficulties related to replaying difficult situations. Physical symptoms like headaches or stomach problems. Avoiding social situations where football might be discussed. Long-term mental health impacts. Chronic stress affects overall health and relationships. loss of confidence extending beyond football situations, depression or persistent negative mood. Social isolation affects personal relationships and community involvement. Professional impact. Decreased performance due to overthinking decisions. Loss of enjoyment in officiating. Consideration of retiring from officiating prematurely. Difficulty maintaining consistent standards under pressure. Building mental resilience as an official. Developing a strong mental foundation. Understanding your role and value. You enable football to happen. Without officials, there is no game. Your decisions maintain fairness and safety for all participants. You provide a structure that allows players and coaches to compete. Your presence demonstrates a commitment to the integrity of football. Accepting the nature of officiating. Perfect decisions are impossible in fast-paced, complex situations. Disagreement with your decisions doesn't mean they're wrong. Your job is to make the best decision possible with the information available. Learning and improvement are ongoing processes, not destinations. Building professional identity. Take pride in your knowledge of the laws of the game. Recognize the skills required for effective officiating. Appreciate your contribution to player development and safety. Value your role in maintaining the spirit and integrity of football. Pre-match. Mental preparation. Confidence-building routine. Review recent positive feedback or successful match experiences. Practice visualization of confident decision-making. Remind yourself of your preparation and knowledge. Set realistic intentions for the match. Clear communication, consistent standards, fair decisions. Stress management. Arrive with adequate time to settle and prepare mentally. Use breathing techniques to manage pre-match nerves. Focus on what you can control, your preparation, attitude, and effort. Remind yourself that you belong on the pitch and have earned your position. Professional mindset. Approach each match as an opportunity to contribute positively to football. Prepare to treat all participants with respect, regardless of their behavior toward you. Set intentions to learn from the experience, regardless of challenges. Remember that your performance helps develop better footballers and better people. During match resilience strategies. Managing immediate criticism. Stay centered. Use brief breathing techniques between plays. Maintain professional body language regardless of others' behavior. Focus on the next decision rather than dwelling on criticism of the last one. Remember that emotional reactions from others often indicate their investment in the game, not personal attacks on you. Communication techniques. Keep communication calm, clear, and professional. Acknowledge concerns without becoming defensive. Use players' names when possible to maintain a personal connection. Explain decisions briefly when appropriate, but don't over-justify. Decision-making under pressure. Trust your preparation and instincts. Make decisions based on what you see, not crowd reaction. Accept that you can't please everyone, so focus on fairness and consistency. Remember that hesitation often leads to more criticism than confident decisions. Emotional regulation. Recognize when emotions are rising and take steps to calm yourself. Use positive self-talk. I'm prepared for this. I can handle this situation. Focus on the players who are behaving respectfully and positively. Remember that the criticism is about the decision, not about you as a person. Post-match recovery and learning. Immediate post-match. Take time to decompress before analyzing your performance. Acknowledge what went well, alongside areas for improvement. Avoid engaging in detailed discussions with upset coaches or players immediately after matches. Practice self-compassion about mistakes while committing to learning from them. Reflection and analysis. Review decisions objectively, seeking to understand rather than judge. Consider feedback from trusted mentor officials or assessors. Identify specific areas for improvement and create learning plans. Celebrate the successful management of difficult situations. Seeking support. Connect with other officials who understand the unique challenges. Discuss difficult situations with mentors or experienced colleagues. Access official training resources and development opportunities. Consider professional mental health support if stress becomes overwhelming. Building support networks. Connecting with fellow officials, local officials associations. Attend regular meetings and social events. Participate in training sessions and development workshops. Share experiences and learn from colleagues' approaches. Build friendships with people who understand your challenges. Mentorship relationships. Seek guidance from experienced officials who can provide perspective. Offer mentorship to newer officials to build community and purpose. Learn from officials who have successfully managed long careers. Share knowledge and support with peers at your level. Online communities. Join official discussion forums and social media groups. Share experiences and seek advice from wider officiating communities. Access resources and training materials from national organizations. Connect with officials from different levels and areas. Family and personal support. Educating support networks. Help family and friends understand the unique challenges of officiating. Explain the mental demands and stress factors involved in your role. Share positive aspects of officiating alongside challenges. Ask for specific types of support, listening, encouragement, perspective. Maintaining non-football relationships. Preserve friendships and activities that aren't related to football. Engage in hobbies and interests that provide different types of fulfillment. Maintain a balance between officiating commitments and personal relationships. Seek support from people who value you beyond your officiating role. Professional support when needed. Recognize when stress affects your daily life beyond football. Consider counseling or therapy if anxiety or depression persists. Access employee assistance programs if available through work. Seek medical advice if physical symptoms affect your health. Dealing with particularly difficult situations. Handling abuse and harassment. Immediate safety. Trust your instincts about potentially dangerous situations. Know when to abandon a match if safety is compromised. Have a plan for reporting serious incidents to the appropriate authorities. Don't hesitate to seek help from other officials or security if available. Documentation and reporting. Keep records of serious incidents, including dates, times, and witnesses. Report abuse promptly. Support other officials who experience abuse by serving as witnesses. Advocate for better protection and support systems for officials. Recovery and support. Seek immediate support after traumatic incidents. Don't minimize the impact of verbal abuse on your mental health. Consider temporary breaks from officiating if needed for recovery. Access professional counseling if abuse affects your daily functioning. Managing controversial decisions during controversial situations. Remain calm and confident in your decision-making process. Communicate clearly with players and coaches about what you observed. Manage the situation to prevent escalation and maintain control. Focus on the safety and fairness aspects of your decisions. After controversial matches, Review decisions objectively with trusted mentors or assessors. Learn from situations without excessive self-criticism. Understand that controversy sometimes indicates you made a difficult but necessary decision. Maintain confidence in your preparation and judgment. Dealing with mistakes. Accepting human error. Recognize that mistakes are inevitable in fast-paced, complex situations. Focus on learning rather than perfection. Understand that admitting mistakes, when appropriate, can build credibility. Use mistakes as motivation for continued improvement rather than reasons for self-criticism. Learning and improvement. Analyze mistakes to understand contributing factors. Seek additional training or mentorship in areas of difficulty. Practice situations that you find challenging. Celebrate improvement and growth alongside acknowledging areas for development. Long-term career sustainability. Maintaining motivation and enjoyment. Remembering your why. Reflect regularly on what initially motivated you to become an official. Focus on the positive impacts you have on players' development and safety. Appreciate moments of respect and appreciation from participants. Value your contribution to the integrity and fairness of football. Setting personal goals. Establish development goals beyond just getting through matches. Work toward promotions or additional qualifications if interested. Set goals for improving specific skills or handling particular situations. Celebrate progress and achievement in your officiating journey. Finding purpose beyond individual matches. Consider mentoring new officials or contributing to training programs. Participate in development committees or improvement initiatives. Share your knowledge through writing or speaking opportunities. Contribute to positive change in officiating culture and support. Planning for career longevity. Physical and mental health maintenance. Maintain fitness appropriate for your level of officiating. Manage stress through healthy coping strategies and support networks. Take breaks or reduce commitments when needed for mental health. Address health concerns promptly to maintain long-term participation. Continuous learning and development. Stay current with law changes and interpretation updates. Seek feedback and assessment opportunities for improvement. Attend training courses and development workshops regularly. Learn from officials at higher levels and in different areas. Building a sustainable lifestyle. Balance officiating commitments with family and personal responsibilities. Maintain interests and relationships outside of football. Plan financially for equipment, travel, and development costs. Consider how officiating fits with other life goals and priorities. Creating positive change. Advocating for better support within local associations. Advocate for better mental health resources and support programs. Support policies that address abuse and harassment of officials. Encourage social events and community building among officials. Share resources and strategies that have helped you personally. Within the broader football community, educate players, coaches, and spectators about the challenges officials face. Model professional behavior that others can emulate. Support initiatives that improve respect for officials. Share positive stories about officiating experiences and relationships. Supporting fellow officials' peer support. Check in regularly with colleagues, especially those who seem to be struggling. Share resources and strategies that have helped you cope with challenges. Offer to attend matches together, or provide transportation for isolated officials. Create informal support networks within your local officiating community. Mentorship. Support new officials through their early, most challenging experiences. Share knowledge about managing difficult situations and maintaining mental health. Provide realistic expectations about the challenges and rewards of officiating. Help create a more welcoming and supportive culture for all officials. Remember your value. You choose to officiate because you believe in fair play, player safety, and the integrity of football. These values matter, and your commitment to them makes a real difference in the lives of players, coaches, and communities. The criticism you face is often not really about you. It's about the emotional investment people have in football and their desire for favorable outcomes. Your job is to remain fair, consistent, and professional, regardless of these pressures. Your mental health matters, not just to you, but to everyone who benefits from your involvement in football. Taking care of yourself, seeking support when needed, and maintaining perspective about your role will help you continue making positive contributions to the game you care about.